Today's podcast will look at the songs in which lovers are parted and eventually return after some years. These are often referred to as broken token songs. I will sing samples of the songs and end on a full performance of one of the songs. Now a sailor and his true love were a-walking one day. Said the sailor to his true love, I'm bound far away. I'm bound for the East Indies, where the loud cannons roar. And I'm bound to leave you, Nancy, you're the girl that I adore. I'm bound to leave you, Nancy. I'm bound to leave you, Nancy. I'm bound to leave you, Nancy. You're the girl that I adore. Then the ring from off her finger she instantly drew, saying, take this, dearest William, and my heart will go too. And as they were embracing, tears from her eyes fell, saying, may I go along with you? Oh no, me love, farewell. Saying, may I go along with you? Saying, may I go along with you? Saying, may I go along with you? Oh no, me love, farewell. That song can be traced back to the 1780s, and along with similar songs such as Adieu Sweet Lovely Nancy and A British Man of War, tell of a couple who are parting. The man has to go to sea. She gives him a ring to remind him of his true love whilst he's away. In other parting songs, the token might be a handkerchief that's torn in two, each of the couple keeping their half for it to be rejoined when he returns. Following on from the parting of the lovers, we have songs that reunite them, and today I'll concentrate on those reunion songs which Sabine Baring-Gould named broken token songs. I have a true love all of my own, sir, and 7 long years he's been gone from me. But 7 more I will wait for him. If he's alive, he'll return to me. He put his hand all in his bosom. His fingers, they were both long and small. He showed to her then the true love token, and when she saw it, then down did fall. He took her up all in his arms. He gave her kisses 1, 2, and 3. Here stands thy true and faithful sailor, who has just now returned to marry thee. The return lover songs have a similar framework in that a stranger approaches a young woman who's lamenting the loss of her sweetheart. He's been away, usually in the armed services. The stranger suggests that he might have been slain in battle or found somebody else. The lady says that she'll still love him and never marry. The stranger then reveals that he is in fact her true love, just returned from abroad. He may show her a token of their love, usually a ring. She accepts that he's her true love and vows to marry. It's difficult to trace a history of these types of songs any further back than the 1780s, although there are some earlier ballads that the experts feel might have influenced the song structure. The ballad Hind Horn is often quoted as being an early example. The ballad story tells of a man who takes leave of his sweetheart, and before he parts, she gives him a diamond ring, which will turn pale when she's unfaithful to him. When the ring grows pale, he comes back and finds that she's about to be married to someone else. He exchanges clothes with a beggar, begs for wine from her, and slips the ring into the glass. She recognises him and abandons her bridegroom. In the 1720s, John Gay wrote a poem for the 1728 performance of the Beggar's Opera, which he named Sweet William's Farewell to Black-Eyed Susan. The poem was set to music in 1730 and became very popular. This encouraged the writing of 2 further follow-up poems by an unnamed author. These covered William's return, when he tells her that William has married another lady. And in the final poem, he reveals himself as Sweet William, proving it by showing a mole on his right breast. The popularity of these poems clearly influenced the songwriters of the later 18th century. The broken token songs of parting and reunion became popular during the second half of the 18th century and remained relevant and current throughout the first half of the 19th century.
Oh lady, why do you walk alone? The day is gone and the night comes on. She answered him as a tear did fall. It's me dark-eyed sailor, it's me dark-eyed sailor, who's broken my heart so. It's 7 long years since he left the land, and a ring of gold he took from his hand. He broke the token and gave half to me. Now the other half, oh, now the other half sails with him on the sea. Then, lady, cast him from your mind, for men are changeful just like the wind, and love inconstant, it soon grows cold, as the wintry landscapes, as the wintry landscape changes with the snow.
A broken token is a pledge of love, often an article such as a handkerchief or a gold ring, sometimes a glove which can be matched to the part of the token held by the maiden. The tokens were not always broken in two. A ring may be given as a pledge of lasting love to be worn by the parting lover. To understand the importance of the token, we have to remember that until the mid-20th century, communication was not as instant as it is today. Servicemen called to action in an ongoing war may be away from home ports for years. News of action abroad may take weeks to reach Britain, and individual communication was poor at best. In the intervening years, people change. A young man of 18 years at his departure may be in his mid-20s before he returned. The hardships and danger may change his appearance. He may be injured or killed. The token acts as a reminder of love in the years they're apart, and it's a means of keeping both parties true to their love. In the Bonnie Blue Handkerchief, he presents her with the blue handkerchief, blue being the symbol of loyalty, which she wears around her neck until he returns. This bonny blue handkerchief my love gave to me, he told me the colour could never false be, so to him I'll prove true, as the colours that are in this bonny blue handkerchief tied under my chin, tied under my chin, this bonny blue handkerchief tied under my chin. When he found her so loyal, he could not forbear, he flew to her arms and he called her his dear. My own dearest jewel, here is the gold ring, so the bonny blue handkerchief tied under your chin, tied under your chin, and the bonny blue handkerchief tied under your chin. For centuries, the ring token has been a symbol of the intent to marry. This can be seen in the modern times in the form of an engagement ring. In the 16th and 17th centuries, there was a fashion amongst couples who intended to marry to buy a gemel or gimel ring. This was a ring that was constructed of 2 detachable links that fit together to form one complete ring. When the couple became engaged, they split the ring, and each wore a link until the day of their wedding. It was then rejoined as one ring, which formed the wedding ring. Britain was in a wartime situation throughout the 18th and 19th centuries, as its leaders strove to become empire builders. The war against revolutionary France lasted over 20 years, from 1793 until 1815. The second half of the conflict, from 1802, was known as the Napoleonic Wars, when Napoleon Bonaparte had ascended to the overall leader of France. The final conflict took place in June 1815 at Waterloo, just outside of Brussels in Belgium. That conflict has produced many fine songs, which were sung in the pleasure gardens and the early music halls, and were published on song sheets and broadside printings. Among these were some of the best broken token songs as the troops returned home. The songs do not always have a token as a proof of identity. The returned lover may be in disguise in order to test the lady's virtue and faithfulness. In other songs, such as Bleacher Lassie or Kelvinol, she doesn't recognise him because time has changed his appearance. Oh lassie, lassie, you have been faithful. Oh lassie, lassie, you have been true. For I'm your young and single sailor that's travelled far to wed with you. If you're my young and single sailor, your face and features seem strange to me. I but 7 years make great alteration, the raging seas between you and me. It's now this couple, they have got married, they've run an alehouse between them both. And the sailor lads, they aye go a-drinking to the Bleacher Lasses here on Kelvinol. In the song Her Mantle So Green, the young woman identifies her fidelity, shows her lover's name embroidered on her mantle, which she wears every day. The young man takes off his disguise of old clothes, reveals his Highland tartan, which she recognises as worn by her love. The return lover songs and ballads have remained popular even for today's audience. They continue to be sung. I'll end this overview with a ballad collected in Nova Scotia. As I was a-walking one fine summer's morning down by the banks of a clear burnished stream, I met a maiden making sad lamentations, and I drew myself in ambush to hear her sad complaint. Through the wood she marched along, made those valleys to ring, oh, and the small feathered songsters around her head they flew, saying that wars they are over, peace it is returned again. Oh, but William's not returned, oh, from the plains of Waterloo. I stepped to this fair maid, says I, me charming creature, oh, and may I make enquiry as to what your true love's name? For I've been in battle where cannons loud do rattle, and by your description I think I know the same. William Smith's my true love's name, he's a hero of great fame. He is gone and he's left me in sorrow, it's true. No man shall me enjoy but my own darling boy. Ah, but still he's not returned, oh, from the plains of Waterloo.
If William Smith's your true love's name, yes, he's a hero of great fame. He and I have been in battle throughout many's the long campaign, through Germany and Russia, through France and through Prussia. He was me loyal comrade through Italy and Spain. It was all on the plains by the French we were surrounded, and like the heroes of old, we did them subdue. We fought for 3 days, till at last they were defeated, that bold Napoleon's armies on the plains of Waterloo. And on the 18th day of June, the battle it was ended, leaving many's the bold hero in sorrow to complain. And the drums they did beat, and the cannons loud did rattle, and by a French soldier, your William, he was slain. And as I drew nigh to the place he lay a-bleeding, well, I scarcely had time for to bid him adieu. As I drew nigh him, these words he kept repeating: "Farewell, me lovely Annie, so far from Waterloo." And when this young maiden heard this sad declaration, her pretty little cheeks, they grew so pale and so wan. And when this young man saw her sad consternation, he drew her in his arms, he says, "I am your loving one. See, here is the ring that between us was broken. In the midst of all dangers, it reminded me of you." And when this young maiden heard the words of his greeting, she says, "You're welcome, lovely William, so far from Waterloo."